All right, let's get into it. We're talking about one of the most legendary modules in all of Dungeons & Dragons history, the Keep on the Borderlands. But forget the Caves of Chaos for a minute. Today, we're zeroing in on the very first test every single adventurer has to face, a test that happens long before you ever think about drawing your sword. It's all about just arriving at the Keep.
So, picture this. You've left civilization far, far behind. You've been traveling for days through this wild, untamed frontier. The farms disappeared a while ago, the roads are basically gone, and the land has become rugged and dangerous. And then, finally, you see it, looming in the distance. Your goal, your safe haven, your base of operations, the Keep.
And hey, getting there isn't exactly a walk in the park. The module describes this narrow, winding, rocky track. You've got a sheer wall of stone shooting up on one side and a steep, nasty cliff dropping off on the other. It's a natural choke point, right? It's designed to make you feel completely exposed just moments before you reach your destination. You can just feel the tension building.
And let's not forget why you're here in the first place. You're not just a tourist passing through. You are an adventurer. You're one of the brave ones, looking for fame, fortune, and maybe to do a little good in the world. This Keep? It's everything. It's your fortress, your sanctuary, the last bastion of law standing against the monster-infested wilds of chaos. Your entire career kicks off right here, right now.
Now, as you get closer, you start to realize something. This fortress, it's speaking to you. This isn't just a random pile of rocks. Oh no. Every single part of its design, from how high the walls are to exactly where the gate is placed, it's all been engineered to send a very, very clear message to anyone who dares to approach.
So let's pull up the map and see what we're dealing with. Your only way in is Area 1, the main gate, and you can see right away, this is not just a door. It's an absolute obstacle course. It's a series of layered defenses all designed to completely crush any attack before it even gets started.
I mean, just look at this breakdown. It's practically a fortress-building masterclass. First, you've got this deep chasm with a drawbridge over it. That's obstacle number 1. Get past that, and a massive iron portcullis slams down. If you somehow manage to get through that, there are still giant reinforced wooden gates waiting for you at the end. And the whole time, you've got archers firing from tiny slits in those 30-foot towers on either side. It is a death trap, plain and simple.
And this next detail, it's a chilling one. We need to talk about the murder holes. The slide gives you the dictionary definition, but just think about what that actually means. You're trapped in a narrow, 10-foot wide hallway, and from above, from slits you can barely see, defenders can pour down boiling oil, drop rocks, or rain down spears. It's terrifyingly effective.
So what's the takeaway here? Before anyone has even said a single word to you, the architecture itself has screamed a warning. This is a serious, professional, military-grade fortress. It's a place of order, and the message could not be clearer. Do not, under any circumstances, cause trouble here. It will not end well for you.
Okay, so you've seen the warning signs in the stone. You've made it up the treacherous path. You've survived the nonverbal intimidation. But now, the social challenge begins. You're at the gate, and it's time to deal with the guards. This is where your first real test begins.
You can just hear it, right? The groaning of chains as the huge drawbridge slowly lowers into place. The grinding shriek of the heavy iron portcullis being winched upwards. And out of the shadows of the tunnel step 2 figures, men-at-arms, decked out in full plate mail, holding heavy polearms. They're the welcoming committee.
And then comes the challenge. Notice it's not a question, it's a command. Give your names and state your business. It's blunt, direct, and it puts all the pressure squarely on you. What do you say? What do you do? And just to ramp up the tension, the module points out that all along the top of the walls, you can see these curious faces peering down, ready with crossbows. The towers are packed with crossbowmen, weapons aimed and ready. Those 2 guards in front of you, they're just the face of the operation. The real threat is watching you from above. So yeah, your answer really matters.
Okay, let's assume you play it cool. You give a good answer, and they decide you're not an immediate threat. Well, you're not home free yet. You don't just get to wander in. The Keep has rules, strict protocol, and you are absolutely expected to follow them.
The whole process is very formal, and there's no arguing with it. First things first, all weapons get sheathed. That's a huge sign of trust, right? Or submission. Then you get off your horse.
Only then are you escorted through that death trap of a gatehouse and into an entry yard when you get to meet the next level of management.
So, once inside, you're introduced to the Corporal of the Watch, who the module specifically calls rather grouchy, and a scribe. And this scribe is important. He's not just taking notes, he is officially recording the name of every single person who comes in or goes out. Your presence is now on the books. You're being tracked from the very second you arrive.
So what was all that about? The scary architecture, the direct questions from the guards, the strict bureaucratic entry process, it's all there for a reason. It's not just to keep monsters out. It's designed to teach you, the player, a fundamental lesson. This whole thing, this is your first test, and it's got absolutely nothing to do with fighting.
And it all comes down to this. The Dungeon Master's notes are crystal clear. If you're polite, if you're honest, you might actually make a friend among the guards, someone who could help you out later. But if you're rude, if you're a jerk, or you try to be clever, you immediately earn suspicion. You make enemies who can make your life miserable even inside the safe walls of the keep.
And hey, don't just take my word for it. The creator, Gary Gygax himself, spelled it out in a note to the DM. This moment, this is where players learn that their words have weight, that what they say and do will be remembered, and will have consequences. It's a masterclass in how to run a real role-playing game.
And that's the bottom line. That's the huge takeaway. The very first challenge in this entire adventure isn't a goblin or an orc, it's a conversation. It's a test of your character, your diplomacy, your common sense. The module teaches you, right from page 1, that your reputation and how you carry yourself are just as important as how hard you can swing a sword. So, you made it. You passed the test. You navigated the gate, you answered the questions, you got your name on the list, you are officially inside the keep. But your reputation, good or bad, is already taking shape. The real adventure is just beginning, and with it comes a brand new problem. Now that you're inside these walls, who do you trust?